Hey guys, it's Trish from Trish's Card Club, live from Orlando. Happy Sunday night, everybody. Well, what can I say? The Patriots lost. They just lost. Yeah, that's a bummer. It was a very intense game. Both teams played really well, but alas, they lost. All right, my screen's a little crooked, so let's see if I can get it a little straighter. Hey, you guys. Thanks, Mary. I see Miss Mary and Cindy. Who else do I see out there? I don't know who I see. I know I see Mary and Cindy. So whoever else is out there, thanks for joining. Again, welcome. It's Sunday night. Hey, Miss Anne Marie. And Kristen, thank you. Yes, you'll see probably a few bleeps. Today is my birthday. It is my 60th birthday, so it's kind of a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But I am accepting it. I am so grateful and thankful to have lived 60 years. Yeah, it's all going to be good. It's all going to be good. The next 60 are going to even be better. That's what I keep saying. All right, you guys, let's get started with a couple things. First of all, let's see what I'm showing you on my screen. I talked about this last video, but I just want to throw it out one more time just in case people missed it. It's a paper pumpkin that's coming out in the month of November, and they're little gift packets, and I don't know if you can see them, but this is the snowman, and there's a snowman in the back, and there's a little space in the middle, and in this picture they have popcorn, but you could put in chocolates. You could use it as name places at your tables at Christmas. You could also put in a gift card. There's so many cute things that you could do with it. And I just don't want people to miss, if they like to make little gift things, this is an adorable little thing to give. Like if you have to give gift cards, this is a really cute container. So if you're interested, you can subscribe. It's $22. That includes shipping. And you get a different box every month. And the boxes are 90% cards, and then throughout the year, based on holidays, you'll see it what we call this a 3D item. So that's just the paper pumpkin thing. If you're interested, shameless plug, trishen.stampinup.net. Go there, you can place your order, and it will ship right to your house. Okay, that's that. Now, you guys, before I get started, I need to show you something amazing. Absolutely. I'm going to take out the plastic so you can see it. So this past weekend, I was so blessed to be able to get together with a bunch of incredible demonstrators in Orlando. And it was bittersweet because it was the last time that I'll see these guys for a while, but it was so, so nice to be able to be together with them and talk about some talented people. I know, Cindy, I kind of keep my birthday low key. That's just how I am. I don't know why I do that, but I do. And so for all those birthday wishes, thanks you guys. So, at this event, they do what's called a swap. So you make 10 of the same card and you get 10 different cards back, and the ladies outdid themselves. So I'm going to show you only one tonight. I'm going to save the rest for another video because my card tonight takes a little bit of time, but I have to show you this. This is from Jen, I think it's Crane, but I'm not 100% sure that's your last name, but she's an amazing creative person. You guys, looks like a regular card, right? You have got to watch this. You reach over, let me just do it so you can see. Reach over here and you tug on this and look at you guys. It's a double slider. Can you even imagine? Can you imagine, you guys? Season's greetings on this side. A joyful Christmas to you and yours on that side. Now, you guys, is that not the most, look at the back. You don't even see it. Isn't that the most amazing thing? I cannot even fathom how this is done. I think it has to do with math, and that's why it scares me so much. So, but I just think that is just so amazing. So I want to share, and all the cards are, you guys. I'm going to share them, and they're all absolutely amazing. They just did an incredible job. So I just want to share this one. Of course, it's all Stampin' Up product. Remember the seashells, the stamp set that Stampin' Up came out with? Well, they did another one in that same concept where there's a die and there's also a folder and stamp set that all coordinate. And this is the one that it is this year. So it's really very pretty. So Jen did an amazing job, and I wanted to thank her for sharing the swap with me. I didn't swap, you guys. It's a little crazy to be packing and swapping, so I did not swap. But I have more to show, so stay tuned. It just won't be for tonight. Okay, So tonight we're going to focus on one of my favorite sets that's in the catalog this year. It's called All Squared Away, and it's a bundle, and it comes with a set of dies. And you've seen me do this a couple of times. I've used this stamp set. We used it in class. And then I'm like, we haven't done anything, a lot of fall stuff, and this would make a really pretty fall card. So that's what we're going to do tonight. So this is what we're using for stamps and dies. Actually, I do use a stamp. And then I'm using from the Banner Year, which is a fantastic stamp set, you guys. It's only like $17 or maybe $21, but it's a really, really good deal. It has a ton of sayings in it. And tonight we're using with a grateful heart because I have a few thank you notes to write, so I'm gonna do that. And also, the final thing to show you is that the paper that we're using, the DSP, is this paper right here. We're using that sheet. And this is the Happy Meadows stamp set. No. This is the Happy Meadows Design a Series paper. It goes with the Meadows stamp set that we did a couple of cards with. It goes with that stamp set, and it does actually look really perfect with it. So that's the Design a Series paper that I'm using from. What else? Nothing else to show you on that. Okay, so I have cut my card base to 5 inches by 5 inches for a 10-inch square, and I'm using soft suede. And the reason I'm doing that is because as I was packing, I found a stack of 5.5 by 5.5 inch square envelopes, which I love to do square cards. So I was like, oh, let me do one on my video. And then this is the paper, which is 5.25 by 5.25. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down onto my base. And again, as I said, the paper is soft. The color of the paper we're using is soft suede. So there we have the base of the card. In advance, I already cut out from my cut and emboss machine one of the flower squares. I chose this one because I wanted to be able to use the most amount of different colors or fall colors for the card. And then I cut out a small square from Very Vanilla. And I'm going to use this image, and I'm going to ink it up with soft suede and gets it all nice and inked. And then I'm going to try to see if I can cover that. And I'll leave it down to get it good and inked up. And how did I do? Oh, yeah, I should have done really well. Because see, it's all covered. So let me get it off. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so that's that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silicone mat and this, and I'm going to put my glue along the edges of this, and then in the leaves a little bit. So that will, let me just get the glue out of my leaves though. And that will allow me, oops, big hunk right there. That will allow me to put it on this piece of paper. Let me see if I can get it centered enough so that it doesn't show where the ink didn't stamp. Yep. There we go. There we go. So that's tone on tone. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to put dimensionals on this. I'm actually going to stamp, I'm going to put this on because I'm going to use dimensionals on the bottom. And I'm going to, now when I originally had designed the card, I had put it right in the middle, but I'm going to go up a little bit because I want to have space for my word stamps. So there's that. Very pretty. And then I chose several fall colors for my flowers. And the flowers, just as a reminder, are a die that Stampin' Up. This is really just a fantastic design that they came up with. So each of the flowers in the squares have coordinating dies, so you can cut the flowers out separately. So they match. So I love that idea. So I just ran this die a few times to get a few different colors. So let's see if I can remember the format that I was going to put them on. Let's see if I can remember. I think I'm going to do one here. And I'm going to do one here. And I'm going to do this one here. Like that. And I'm going to do one over here. Like that. So you kind of get the concept of some little fall. So I've done this one in all these spring and summer bright colors. I never really thought about doing it in fall colors, and I think it came out really good. Thank you for the comment on my nails. Yes, I have my press-ons on today. This is really not a fall color. I got 2 really pretty colors last week, but I have to use up my spring summer colors before I can indulge in my fall. And since it's still 85 here, it doesn't quite feel like fall yet, although it's coming. It's coming. Alrighty, so the next thing I did is I took a punch and I stamped out, I cut out a label, and I'm going to take the stamp that says with the grateful heart, and I'm going to use the soft suede again, and I'm going to stamp that right in the middle, like that. Or hope I got in the middle. Yeah, got in the middle. So then, you guys, I wanted to use that same pattern on the edges, and I wanted to make that be able to pop on like that. So let me show you how I did that. I just cut the strip a little bit wider than what is in the stamp itself. And then, in the punch, in the punch. Then what you do is you come in here. Can you see what I'm doing, you guys? You come in here and you just punch it like this. And see how there's a little bit left? So you'd go back in and you would line it up with what you've already punched, and see how it punches right out. And the same thing on this one, although my hands are shaking, so my hands are wobbling. I shouldn't say shaking. And then there you get the edge. And it's not perfect, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Then what you'll do is you'll lay this down. You'll kind of cut it where you need it to go. So I'm going to say I need it to go right about there, and I'm going to give myself a little bit extra space. And I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to slide it in again, and I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to line it up to cut those little tiny edges off. I hope this is making sense, but this is a way to get a longer tag than the punch actually makes on its own. I hope this makes sense, because this is a really good way to stretch your tags. So see how perfect that is, you guys? I shouldn't say perfect, because nothing is perfect, but see how good that came out, you guys? So I really like that. So I'll use that one, and I am going to use dimensionals. Just one moment, I have to get my dimensionals. Here they are. So I'm going to put that on with the dimensional. I'm going to splurge and use a bunch, because that is the one drawback to nails, is it's very difficult to maneuver dimensionals. And then this one and this one. So let me talk a little bit about how today went. So today we had birthday breakfast with some friends, which was really nice. We haven't seen in a long time, and it was kind of our farewell breakfast till we see them when they come visit us in Tennessee, which I hope a lot of people will come and do. And then we came home, and then we got right to going outside in this lovely heat and cleaning out the cardboard closets to get them all packed up for the trip. And Steve, of course, did a phenomenal job and was a super big help. And it's done. So that was a little bit of a worry for me, because I was so thinking that was going to be an overwhelming task, and it turned out to be really, honestly, you guys, a piece of cake. And what we did, ta-da! What we did is we put at the end of our street a lot of things that we can't take with us or don't need, and we didn't want to throw into a landfill. We want to recycle and have someone use. And if you put stuff out in Florida, or in Orlando, I should say, around the time of trash pickup, because trash pickup is tomorrow, a lot of times people will drive around their trucks and they take the stuff. And a very nice gentleman stopped at the end of the driveway and took 90% of what we put out there. So that was fantastic. So that makes me feel really good that it's not going to end up in a landfill and someone could use it. And it was mostly things like screws and nails and bolts and, I don't know, junk, mostly junk. My next door neighbor took some of the good stuff, so that was good. There was a bicycle that's been around forever, and it would take more to repair it than to replace it. So if we were paying for it, so unless you're handy, which we're not. So we put that out there, and that got taken. So that was really, really good. All right, I'm just picking off the bottom parts of the dimensionals, which is taking me a minute. So that's the story. So then we got done that and came in, and we took all the artwork in our whole house off the walls and put that in the living room. And we'll pack that. So the house is coming along with packing. And there, my dear friends, is my fall card with a grateful heart. Simple, but I think very effective and very pretty. And I know exactly who's going to get this card. And I just want to show you that if you change the colors using something you might have used all through summer or spring, you can use that same product, just change the colors to a more fall color. So thank you, Anna. So that was a fun card to make. And these flowers make me think of, oh, I have one more thing to add. These flowers make me think of New England, and then it gets me a little homesick, but it's worth it because I really love to see it. I don't know, Peg, what happened to the Pats, how we lose these games. Ugh, it's a heartbreaker. It's an absolute heartbreaker. Yeah, we lost in overtime for anyone that was following. What I wanted to do, you guys, was to put some little black dots in the middle of my flowers, which I just think is the finishing touch. Because you know how I think every room needs a little bit of black in it to ground it. And so this is the finishing touch. Ta-da! All right. So that's it for tonight, you guys. I am going to do a live on Wednesday night. Little different than what I've done before. But I am going to be doing it. Oh, no, never mind. I'm going to do my normal Wednesday night live. Forget it. I'm ahead of myself in my week. So I'll do my normal, regular Wednesday night lives. I hope you guys can join me. I'm always grateful when you do. Yeah, it does set it off, doesn't it? It just makes it's just that little touch that makes a big difference. I want you guys to have a really good couple days. Remember, around here, we make it and we mail it. And that's always my goal, is to encourage you to mail out your cards or give them away. You can give them to strangers, people that you know, people that you see all the time. Everyone is blessed by receiving a card that said thinking of you, or have a good day, or things like that. All right, so you guys behave. I want good reports when we get together on Wednesday. Know that I love you guys. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.